Hello, all you amazing, sensitive, empathic, energetic beings. That includes all of you healers and people that work intuitively. So today's topic is about what you do to take care of yourself and what is the signal that you're giving your cells and your body. And this is inspired because this is the time of year in the winter when we tend to eat too much and too much of the wrong things. And where you can stop for a moment to think, what are you putting in your body and on your body, and what is the signal that you're giving yourself? And then I'm going to talk about how you can change that for yourself. Okay, stay tuned to hear more. This is Anastasia. I used to be a physics professor specializing in vibrational and quantum physics. After recovering from a serious illness using energy healing on myself, the calling to heal became so strong that I had to quit my 40-year research career. I replaced my 6-figure professor salary within 5 months using a simple but not easy 3-step system that I worked out to grow my healing practice. Now I help other healers grow their practices, whether they're just starting or already have a practice, with this same 3-step system. I'm all about helping you too. Listen in to learn more. Thank you so much for coming back. And I look forward to today's topic because it's a good reminder even for me to remember that the things that I do for myself is giving my body the signal that I want to give it, right? So the first thing is, last time I talked a little bit about the life force energy of food. And one of the things that you can do to raise the life force energy of your food is to give thanks over the food, to pray over your food, and to tell yourself that this food is going to nourish you. And even if the food isn't that healthy, even if the food isn't that great for you, if it is something that is like cultural or that you enjoyed with your family, it may bring you and your family joy to serve it. Not that you can't think of ways to make things really healthy. Like for example, I haven't figured out the baklava yet, but I have made moussaka that is actually not super fattening and actually very healthy for you. And there are a few tricks that I use, and it still takes all day to make a really good big pan of it. But it is absolutely delicious. And when I serve it to people, they tell me, and when I serve it to Greeks, they tell me that's the best moussaka they ever ate. And when I eat it, and when I serve it and it brings joy to other people, it brings me joy. And then when I eat it, I know that I am doing my body good, right? So there are ways around the dilemma of getting your favorites, like your cultural favorites and your family favorites, and getting it to be healthy for you. So that's the first step. The second thing is, what are you thinking when you are preparing your food? Right? What are you thinking? Like, even if it's just to fry, like I made some lamb last night, and I had bought this lamb chop last week, and I put it in the frying pan, and then I took some home-grown lemon and I put it over the top, and some garlic and some oregano. And what it did was it brought back memories of being being a child and sitting around the table eating with my family when they were all still here in this house, right? So it brought me joy when I was cooking this lamb. Remember, it's not meat, it's lamb. And this is what I grew up eating at Thanksgiving and at Christmas and at Easter. So It may be for you, it may be ham, it may be turkey, it may be fish, depending on what your preferences are and what your culture is. But when you fix your food, if you are thinking joyful, happy thoughts, it gets kind of embedded into the food, right? I wasn't thinking, oh, I have to cook this in a hurry because I don't have a whole lot of time for myself and all of that. Because when you fix your food with joy and you put the joy into the food and then you eat it, you're eating that emotion and that energy. And it was very delicious. And then if you are in a hurry and you just slap something on, like, you just do something real quick, or you even get takeout food that's not that great for you, and you're not giving you the time or consideration for what you put in yourself because you are helping replenish your cells. When you do that, what happens is that your body is hearing, you're not worth it. You're telling your cells to die off. And you're telling your body that it's not worth, that you are not willing to take the time out to be healthy. So that's number one, right? And so if you are doing that, not taking that time out and not thinking loving thoughts about what you're putting in your body and in your food, you're telling your cells that you don't think life is worth living. And then the apoptosis or cell death will accelerate, right? If you are rushing to eat, like just jamming it down because you don't have time, like I just finished I drink a big shake in the morning, and I put all kinds of organic healthy things in it, superfoods and super supplements and things like that, like organic maca powder and organic spinach and zucchini and organic blueberries and all kinds of really good stuff in there. And when I drink it, even though it doesn't taste that great to me, right? I drink it and I think, wow, this is really nourishing. And I sip it slowly and imagine all of this great food going into my cells and nourishing it. So after I have my go juice in the morning, I feel really great. I don't drink any stimulants, no coffee, no tea, no 5-hour energy drinks, none of that stuff. It is just simply all superfoods and supplements and things like that. Supplements like cod liver oil and I drink this fulvic humic minerals, which comes from it's seepage from plant detritus, right? And these are super healthy and they feel really good. It's like pouring liquid light in your body, right? So when you do something like that, and I do this every morning, when you do something like that, you're telling your cells you are worth it, and you're giving your cells to signal to thrive and to be alive, right? And if you're telling yourself while you're eating, no matter what it is you're eating, that the food that you're eating is going to nourish you, you are giving your body the right signal. And you are also transforming the energy of the food that you're eating to a really good place, right? So giving thanks to your meal, right? Giving thanks is also help creating a positive energy for the food that you're eating, right? And you are also asking Spirit or God or whatever your higher power is to bless the food that's going in your mouth and is going to all the cells of the body, right? So these are all positive ways to transform food. Let's say you're out eating somewhere else and you know that the food that you're eating somebody else has fixed you a meal, invited you over, and you know that it's not that great. It's a conventionally grown meat, it's conventionally grown vegetables, and it's conventionally grown fruit and nuts and all of that. So if you give that food the signal, like you can say Om over it. And you can try this experiment for it to show you how much your food has transformed. And we all have the sensitivity, right? The palms of our hands right here are extremely sensitive. And if you pay attention to that feeling, and you pay attention to that like quiet voice, that intuition inside your mind, you'll be able to sense things. Like when I ask somebody, when I put my hand on their arm, like I put it above their arm about like this, and we have layers of energy fields around our body. If my hand is right at the edge of the energy field, and I can feel it on my hand here, but I can also feel it on my skin. So when I go up to somebody else and I say, put your arm out, and they put their arm out like this, and then as soon as I feel the edge of the energy field in the palm of my hand, I say, can you feel this? And they go, oh, yes, it tickles, right? So and this is anybody. I've done this to anybody and everybody, people without skills, people without even the knowledge of what was going on. They all felt it. So I know that you can feel it too. So if you take an organic apple, especially, I have organic lemons growing in my backyard and also organic oranges. I live in California. We grow citrus here, right? So if I take that homegrown organic lemon and I put it in my hand here, and I measure the field above the lemon, a lot of times the field will be 3-4 feet. The edge of the field will be 3 or 4 feet above the lemon itself. If I go into a store and I get a conventional lemon, I'll find that because they give it chemical fertilizers, they spray chemicals on the plant to get the bugs away, and things like that. And I feel the field, it'll be very close to the actual physical edges of the lemon. So now you can either pray over it or just chant Om over it, right? And it's a long, slow chant because Om is the sound of the universe, right? So you just chant Om over the food. Like I can feel the energy of the room changing as I'm saying it, right? And you then, every time you say it, you keep measuring the edge of the field, you'll find that the field around the lemon expands. And what that means is the life force energy of the lemon just shifted. And now when you eat it, you're eating this higher energy. So it's the same as praying over it, right? There's lots of different things you can do. And this is one of it. Another one is that you can send energy in. You can bring it down from above, run it through your crown, down your arm, and just send it into the lemon itself, and then measure the field. And you'll notice that also changes. So this is an interesting experiment for you to try at home. I hope you do it because it is really educational and awesome. And it is something that is helping you tell your cells that you are worth the effort, you are worth the time, and you are worth the energy to help your body get nourished. And then next time you reach for something that's not that great for you or is really junky, and I also have to keep reminding myself of that because when I was a little kid, I really loved sweets. When somebody asked me if I had a sweet tooth, I said, no, all of them. They're all sweet. So I still have those memories in mind. So I like sweets a lot, and they're not that great for us, right? So I have to also remember not to overindulge, just have a little bit and then move back to my healthy green drinks and super supplements to keep this 70-year-old body going strong for years to come. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking valuable time out of your day to listen in. If you found this message helpful, please help spread the word by giving the broadcast a thumbs up or a 5-star rating. Share it with your friends and be sure to subscribe to my channel with your notifications on. For further training on healing and growing your healing business using my 3-step system, go to www.highpaidhealers.com. And I'll see you in the next video.